Hey guys, it's Mike, another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Jumping in the account today, just looking at progress, and we got some summonings to do, so stick around. So starting out, I have been putting a lot of energy into Morgan, trying to get her 6-star awakening. I do have my statues sitting here ready to go, and I am 4 pedestals short of being able to do it. So I have to wait for the Forbidden Dungeon to open up again during the reset, and I should be able to get that dialed in. Once I get that awakening level up, I can go back into the champion, grab the banner, and actually equip her with a whole new piece of gear. Unfortunately, at this point right now, I don't have a great banner for her, so it'll be something I need to work on. This one has a little bit of things here. I might get a double roll, try to move it over to attack speed. Oh no, here we have the attack speed here. I'm going to try to find out if you have attack speed here, if you're able to get a roll down here on attack speed. So I might horse around with this piece and just see if that's even a possibility. It'd be kind of fun. So that is going to be a big win for her stats, having that extra piece of gear that I can put on her, or the keepsake, and then I can actually start looking at completing a set to get the perks of the different sets here. So that would be a pretty big win for Morgan there. If we take a look over here at Cormac on the Chivalry front, I do have 1 copy of him waiting for that 10th Chivalry. I do have these in the wind. So if we do not pull him today, I think I am going to use these and sell that. And then my first champion that I got to Chivalry level 10 is Turin, so any additional pulls of her that I get will go right into that shard shop and start saving up for some of those other characters I don't have, or potentially Chivalries I'm looking to do. I've also been working on my Sergius a little bit. I do have him 6-star 60, have not been able to get his Flame Relic yet, but his Storm Relic is doing a little bit of work for me. I don't think it's quite enough. Like there's the bosses that I'm rolling through that I just still, they're getting turns and they're killing me. So I think moving into his Flame Relic is going to get me a lot more turn meter control, and I should be able to make it through a lot more content with him. But that is a work in progress, as they say. So as we jump over here into our item bin, we've got a couple pulls. We almost have 10 packs for Storm and Frost, but we do have a 10 pack here, so we'll pull that. We have 10, we'll probably complete that into 20 pull there, and then probably go for 30 pulls here. Let's go ahead and start with this common relic. Probably going to be the most exciting thing I pull. I'm kidding. I don't even know that I really care, but we're going to grab in here and see if we can do this. And here we can get up to rare relics. We did get Clementine here. I'm not sure what she starts with, but that does add a relic there, and we can sell the ones we don't need. I am still looking for Jarrett's Frost Relic because I'm using him exclusively in Gorgos. It kind of makes sense for him to be positive affinity. So I've just been unlucky not being able to find it in the shop or anything. So I keep my eye open every day for that. Here we can get a rare or legendary hero, so maybe we get lucky. I think it's been a long time since I got a legendary from one of these. I don't think there's a pity system on here, but I'm hoping it takes pity on me right now. All right, we got a K. So that is great. I'm looking to get her Chivalry level up. I think she's on Chivalry level 7, so this would be halfway to 8, or get her to 8, which is the magic number, so I can really start building her with that evasion and start doing some massive work in arena as well as other aspects of the game. The Forbidden Dungeon just opened up. I know this video is posting a few days, but there was a maintenance going on for a long time. So on day 1, I went through clear to level 40 because it gives you those extra tickets along the way. And then I ran out of tickets. So I can't wait for it to open up again so I can get some of those pedestals and I can get Morgan upgraded to 6-star on the Awaken. So let's jump over into Lake Avalon here. We're going to start with the Flame Relics. Hopefully we can pull Sergius' Flame Relic. That'd be amazing. We are a little ways away from Pity here, so we're not guaranteed in this 10 pull, but in the next one we will. So hopefully we can see a little bit of gold here. I know we've talked about it. The relics are actually kind of the hardest to come by because there's 3 relics for each champion. So trying to get a specific one can be pretty tough. So here we really love to see the Frost Relic for Jarrett, as well as, I'm trying to think what else we'd really be needing. I was able to pick up Rosiere's Flame Relic. So that's for Ban there. I'm going to have to take a look and see if that's a good relic for him or not. but I did find Rosier's Flame Relic in the shop, so I purchased that. So I've been working on that as well, and that's a pretty big win. It goes away from the AoE dot damage into a single target, but a lot of times you're running dot damage. It's kind of really what you're looking for. So I missed that with Arduin, got the Flame Relic. You can see here it tells you when you get a new one, so neither one of those are new for me, but that's okay. We're keeping on, getting a little closer to pity, so next time I'll be pretty happy once I get 6 more summons there. Let's jump over into the normal summons. We'll probably pull 30 of these. I think the extra 4 are pretty cheap. Hoping for any rare characters at all, but this kind of just warms up our luck and see how we're going to do for the day. Still trying to max out a lot of uncommon and common characters, so all of this is going to go into getting the Chivalry level 10. That may or may not be the best move, to be honest. Like, it might be better to be selling all of these because I'm not building these characters, but my feeling is, like, I'd rather get them to Chivalry level 10 and then I can sell everything and move towards the folks that I don't have. There's enough on my account for me to work on right now that I don't need to be pulling more characters. But it is always fun to get those new shiny legendaries. I do think it would be fun if there was an extremely small chance here to actually pull a legendary, just because it would create a little more interest in these pulls. So Camelot is a good pull there. We're on Chivalry level 7, so you can see we're stacking up these Chivalries on these champions pretty well. I think we are going to sit tight on that. I don't want to waste rubies on that. We're pretty anxious to get into the special summons. So we do have 16 here. We're 48 away from pity, so it's probably not happening today, but we'll go ahead and get this 10 pull. Maybe we get lucky and we don't need pity this time. That would be pretty amazing. Not on this one. Hopefully we get more than one rare. We get one rare. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Let's see who it is. It's Ralph. Oh, Wreck-It Ralph over there. So, not too much to write home about there. We'll go ahead and grab this second 10 pack. And I think it charges you 150 rubies per pull. So we had 4 of those. It's going to be 600 rubies to get that done. Not a legendary on this one either. Hopefully we get more than one rare. 2 rares this time. That's twice as good. Urians is actually, I don't have very high chivalry for him. So that is actually pretty good. I don't have any chivalry on him at all. Look at that. So hopefully that gets me where I need to be. And then we did get Ban over here, hopefully stepping up his chivalry as well. After I do summons, I jump into my champion pool, jump on the chivalry side of things, and take a peek at whether or not I can upgrade any chivalries across the board. Just keep me topped off. I am going to actually devote these, I've accumulated a whole set of 20 to Morgan. She is an excellent champion, and the further you get up into her chivalry, the more stuff she does with tack gauge manipulation, decreased defenses, like just different things that are going to help me out along the way. So having her on chivalry level 3 is going to be a big win. I'm going to keep on keeping on. Hopefully we did not get that Cormac we were looking for, so I'm going to go ahead and just pledge these, get him to level 10. That way he is maxed out and I can start selling his extra memory stones. So we did get that K. Unfortunately, it's our first one, but we do want this Chivalry level 8, and I am pretty excited to get there. So we're going to pledge that over to K, and that will allow me to start building her in a way that I feel like can be very effective for Arena. This Golden Boar's Resolve is something special. If you have 3 or more of these, and you gain these every time you evade an attack, if you have 3 or more of these, she charges her attack gauge to 100%. And it removes 3. So sometimes when you're up against her in Arena, she might have 6 or 9 of these on her, and she will literally take 3 turns in a row. And a lot of times she can really do some damage. If she has that level of evasion, it's really hard to hit her, and then she just goes through your team all by herself. So that's my goal, is to build that, but we'll see. My gear definitely leaves a lot to be desired, so it might be a lot harder than I think. So that one copy I got of Camelot there did give me enough to get to Chivalry level 8 on him. I do plan on building him for additional crowd control with his root binding ability on his A3. It seems to be very helpful. Also, having a crowd controller with a different affinity than my Merlin with the Frost could be a benefit depending on the dungeon I'm in and the matchup. And I think there's going to be, in deep levels of the Forbidden Dungeon, having multiple people doing crowd control is going to be necessary to get through some of those higher contents. So I think having Camelot built up is going to be a big win. Currently he's only 5-star level 41, so I do have some work to do on him. But nice thing being an uncommon character is it doesn't take a lot of resources to really step him up. So the reason doing this could be a bad idea is what I just ran into, where I have somebody here and pledge and oh, I'm out of gold. It does cost gold to do it, but your overall power ranking on your account, so you can start moving into these higher tiers. So that is a benefit. Eventually you get to tier 30, you get a guaranteed legendary, so that's pretty exciting. But as you gain more and more power on the account, you start stepping up in those stats. But honestly, it's probably not worth it, but it does help me keep my players organized so that I know which shards I can sell when I come into the shard shop over here. And if I come over here, go select all, and I do exclude the champions that don't have Chivalry tier 10, the only one that should pop up here is actually going to be Cormac. So then I can sell this, and that's the very first champion that I have an extra memory stone of, or an extra shard, I guess. I feel like they call it both, so that's kind of weird. But that will give me 75 tokens moving towards my next champion. So we've got our first 75 tokens up here on our way to 5,200. Eventually we can get a Gillian, we could get a lot, we could start working on chivalry, on the champions that we really want to focus on. But that is going to be a resource over time that does stack up, that is going to help us, especially being a very low paying dirty pay to win account. This will help us start to stack up some chivalries on some crucial characters in the game. But I think that's about what I got for you today. I appreciate you guys tuning in, sticking with me all the way to the end. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. It means the world to me. We keep on pressing on, making a lot of progress in the account, hopefully learning some stuff along the way.